Forget 2025. The cars I'm about to show you are living in 2035. While Ford and GM are arguing about battery range, China just decided to reinvent the entire concept of the sedan. We are talking about the top 5 most insane Chinese luxury cars coming to market. And bro, I am shook. We have cars on this list that can literally shake snow off themselves, charge faster than your iPhone, and have interiors that look better than my living room. This isn't just a review, this is a glimpse into a future. If you love tech, if you love luxury, and if you love seeing the status quo get absolutely destroyed, stick around. You are not ready for number 1. Number 5. Geely Yinhe E8. I'm gonna start this list with a car that genuinely upsets me, not because it's bad, but because of what it offers for the price. Imagine walking into a dealership with $25,000. In the US, that gets you a used Corolla with cloth seats and a check engine light. In China, it gets you the Geely Yinhe E8, a car with a drag coefficient of 0.199. Let me repeat that, 0.199. That is more aerodynamic than a Porsche Taycan, more slippery than a Mercedes EQS, and it costs less than a base model Honda Civic. If that doesn't make you question reality, I don't know what will. Let's look at the front, because this is where the flexing starts. They call this the ripple of light front face, and it's not just marketing. It's a canvas of 158 microlights that can ripple, breathe, and animate like a living organism. It looks like something Tony Stark built in a cave. You've got these sharp, tiger eye headlights that cut into the fenders, and the hood has these aggressive muscle lines that channel air perfectly over the roof. Park this next to a Camry, and the Camry looks like it's made of Lego bricks. It's sleek, it's wide, and it looks expensive. Moving to the side, the silhouette is pure fastback coupe. It's got that low-slung, I'm faster than you stance. We're talking frameless doors, obviously, and flush pop-out handles that vanish when you drive. The wheels are massive aero blades designed to cut wind resistance, and the body lines are smooth, unbroken, and fluid. It doesn't look like a sedan, it looks like a drop of liquid metal. And here's the kicker, it's nearly 5 meters long. This isn't a compact car, this is a full-size luxury cruiser that somehow looks sporty enough to hit the track. Around the back, it gets even better. You have this rising sun taillight bar that spans the entire width, filled with intricate LED patterns that look like 3D sculptures. The rear diffuser is aggressive, hinting at the performance underneath, and the trunk lid has this subtle ducktail spoiler integrated right into the metal. It's clean, it's futuristic, and it makes you wonder why our luxury cars still look so boxy and boring. It has a presence that screams $80,000, but the price tag whispers bargain. Under the skin, the numbers are just disrespectful to the competition. You can get this with a dual motor setup that pushes 637 horsepower. That launches you from 0 to 60 in roughly 3.4 seconds. Bro, that is supercar territory. It rides on an 800-volt architecture, meaning you can add 110 miles of range in just 5 minutes of charging. 5 minutes! By the time you grab a coffee, the car is ready to cross the state. The range hits up to 413 miles on a charge. It's fast, it's efficient, and it charges faster than my phone. Safety? Oh, it's a tank. It's built on the SE8 architecture, the same stuff Volvo uses, so you know it's solid. You get the full Skyland Pro ADAS suite, which includes LiDAR-supported autonomy, satellite connectivity, yes, actual satellites, and enough cameras to film a documentary. It has blind spot monitoring, collision avoidance, and a body structure that's basically a fortress. It feels like the car is actively trying to keep you alive, which is nice considering how fast it is. But the interior, bro, the interior is where I lost my mind. Open the door and the first thing you see is a screen. Not a tablet, a screen. It's a 45-inch 8K resolution display that spans the entire dashboard. It's not 3 screens stuck together. It's one massive, seamless piece of glass. It's powered by the Snapdragon 8295 chip, so you can play video games on it in high definition. The steering wheel is this yoke-style or flat-bottomed beauty, the crystal control knob looks like jewelry, and the speakers float like UFOs. It feels like a spaceship cockpit. Is it practical? Surprisingly, yes. You've got a 465-liter trunk that can easily swallow a week's worth of groceries or a couple of suitcases, plus a 53-liter frunk for your charging cables. The rear legroom is massive thanks to that long wheelbase, so you can fit 3 adults in the back without them hating you. It passes the family test, the Costco test, and the road trip with the boys test with ease. Now the part that hurts, the price. This car, this 637 horsepower, 8K screen having, 800-volt beast starts at around $25,000 in China. $25,000. For the price of a Nissan Sentra, they get a spaceship. I'm officially offended. We're getting robbed in blatant daylight, folks. So here's the question. Would you drive this Geely Yinhe E8, or would you stick with a base model Honda Accord for the same money? Let me know in the comments, because I think I know the answer. But don't get too comfortable, because car number 4 is about to make things weird. If you think a 45-inch screen is crazy, wait until you see what IM Motors did with their lights. It's not just a car, it's a rolling billboard that can literally talk to pedestrians. You are not ready for this. Number 4. IM Motors L7. If the last car made you jealous, this next one is going to make you question our entire education system. This is the IM Motors L7, and it has a feature that I didn't even know was legally possible. You know how cars usually just have headlights? Boring, right? Well, the L7 uses a digital light projection system with 2.6 million pixels. It doesn't just light up the road, it can project a literal movie on the wall in front of you. But it gets crazier. If a pedestrian is trying to cross the street, the car will project a digital crosswalk onto the asphalt to tell them it's safe. It effectively talks to people. My car just honks at them. This thing is living in 3025. From the front, it looks like a Predator. They call the design pure, and honestly, it fits. It's got these sharp, sigma-shaped daytime running lights that look like lightning bolts frozen in time. The entire front bumper is basically an interactive screen called the ISC system. It can display hearts, thank you messages, or animations to other drivers. Imagine cutting someone off and then having your bumper apologize for you. That is the level of pettiness and tech we are dealing with. The hood is low, sculpted, and leads into a windshield that feels endless. The side profile is just as insulting to American luxury. It's over 5 meters long, but it looks agile because it's got a perfect 50-50 weight distribution. You get massive 20-inch aerodynamic wheels with Brembo brakes hiding behind them, painted in bright colors if you want. The door handles? Flush, obviously. The doors? Frameless and soft close. But look at the roofline. It's this sweeping arch that screams fastback without compromising the sedan elegance. It looks like water flowing over a rock. Smooth, expensive, and intimidating. Around the back, the L7 keeps the party going. The taillight bar isn't just a red strip, it's another interactive display. It can show charging status, animations, or even warnings to the car behind you. The rear diffuser is aggressive, hinting at the performance underneath, and the trunk lid has this subtle ducktail spoiler integrated right into the metal. It's clean, it's futuristic. Now, let's talk engineering, because this is where the IM in IM Motors stands for insane mode. This car wasn't just built by computer geeks. The chassis was tuned by the Williams F1 team. Yes, the Formula 1 team. It has 4-wheel steering where the rear wheels can turn a massive 12 degrees. That means this 16-foot-long sedan can U-turn tighter than a Mini Cooper. It creates a snake move where it can practically crab walk sideways. Power? You're looking at 670 horsepower, 0 to 60 in just under 3.9 seconds. Bro, that is supercar territory. It's fast, it handles like a go-kart, and it defies physics. Safety is massive here. It's armed with LiDAR pods on the roof that look like little devil horns, a trend in China right now. It has the IM AID system, which is basically an AI chauffeur. It processes data so fast that it can predict accidents before you even realize you're in danger. It's constantly scanning, mapping, and thinking. It feels less like driving and more like being escorted by a security team. Inside, oh boy. The dash is dominated by a 39-inch 4K screen that spans the entire width. But here's the trick. If you switch to Super Scenic mode, the entire screen physically lowers into the dashboard to give you a better view of the road, leaving just the essential info visible. Who thinks of this? You've got wood veneer sourced from the shores of Lake Como, semi-aniline leather that feels like butter, and a 22-speaker sound system with 1,120 watts of power. It's not a car interior, it's a rolling lounge. Is it family ready? Absolutely. The wheelbase is huge, so the rear seats have limousine-level legroom. The trunk is deep and practical, easily fitting strollers or golf clubs. It's quiet, it's spacious, and the air filtration system scrubs the cabin air so clean, it's probably healthier than the air outside. It's the ultimate family hauler for people who hate boring cars. Now for the price. In China, this masterpiece with the F1 tuning, the projecting lights, and the disappearing screens starts around 40,000 to 50,000 USD depending on the trim. For the price of a decently spec'd Ford Explorer, they get this. I'm actually in pain right now. So, would you take the IM L7 with its talking lights, or are you sticking with the BMW 5 Series that costs twice as much? Let me know in the comments. But hold on, if you thought the L7 screen was cool, wait until you see car number 3. The AVATR 12 literally doesn't have a rear window. I'm serious. No glass, just a camera and a screen that wraps around the entire cabin. It's going to melt your brain. Stay tuned. Number 3. AVATR 12. You know how concept cars look amazing at auto shows, but then the production version comes out and it looks like a watered-down potato? Well, the AVATR 12 is what happens when the engineers ignore the accountants and just build the concept car. This thing has a feature that I'm pretty sure is illegal in half the world. It has no rear window. None. It's just solid roof all the way back. Instead, you get a high-definition camera feed that shows you more than a piece of glass ever could. It's bold, it's terrifying, and it makes every other car on the road look ancient. Let's talk about the face, because this is where the sci-fi vibes hit hard. They call these C-shaped LED lights, but that doesn't do them justice. They look like glowing fangs dripping down the front fascia, and right between them, on the hood, yes, on the hood, there is a halo screen. It's a black LED panel that can display messages to people outside the car. You can literally text pedestrians from your hood. Nice shoes. Get out of the way. The possibilities for pettiness are endless. The front is smooth, grille-less, and terrifyingly clean. It looks less like a car and more like a helmet from a Daft Punk video. From the side, this is a Grand Coupe on steroids. It's huge, over 5 meters long, but it has this shooting brake silhouette that looks incredibly expensive. You'll notice something missing. Side mirrors, gone, replaced by razor-thin cameras that feed video to screens inside the doors. The door handles are hidden, the windows are frameless, and the wheels are massive 21-inch alloys that look like turbine blades. The roofline just flows all the way to the tail without breaking. It's a design that makes a Porsche Panamera look a little clunky. I said what I said. The rear is where people get confused. Where is the glass? There isn't any. It's just a smooth painted hatch that integrates an active spoiler. When you hit highway speeds, the spoiler rises up like a robot awakening. The taillights are these impossibly thin red lines that look like lasers cutting through the air. Because there's no rear window, the trunk is massive, and the structural rigidity is insane. It's a design risk that paid off, because this is arguably the best-looking sedan on the planet right now. Power-wise, this is a beast. It's backed by Huawei and CATL, two tech giants, so the specs are serious. The dual-motor version puts out 578 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. It launches from 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. It uses Huawei's Drive 1 system, which is buttery smooth and scary fast. The battery is a 94.5 kilowatt-hour pack that gives you around 430 miles of range, CLTC. And yes, it charges at lightning speeds thanks to an 800-volt architecture. You plug it in, blink, and you're ready to go. Safety? It's basically running a military-grade radar system. It has 3 LiDAR sensors, 1 on the roof, then 2 on the fenders, plus a swarm of cameras and radars. It runs Huawei's ADS 2.0, which can navigate complex city streets without you touching the wheel. It sees obstacles your eyes would miss. It's safer than a bunker. But the interior, bro, this is where I actually got jealous. The dashboard isn't the dashboard. It's a remote halo screen, a 35.4-inch 4K strip that sits far back, right at the base of the windshield. It displays your speed, navigation, and charging info directly in your line of sight, so you never look down. Then you have a massive 15.6-inch floating center screen for everything else. The steering wheel is a small, sporty octagon, almost like a yoke, that feels like a race car controller. The roof is an electrochromic glass canopy. You press a button and it instantly fogs up to block the sun. No physical shade, just magic glass. The seats are zero-gravity chairs inspired by astronauts. They can recline to a position that distributes your weight perfectly, massaging you while you charge. It's not a car seat, it's a spa treatment. The materials are Napa leather and real wood, and the fit and finish puts Tesla to absolute shame. Practicality? Surprisingly good. Because there's no rear window mechanism eating up space, the trunk is deep and wide. There's a front for extra storage. The rear seats have tons of legroom because the floor is completely flat. You can fit the family, the groceries, and your ego in here with no problem. And now for the price. You'd expect this kind of tech, camera mirrors, halo screens, LiDAR, 580 horsepower, to cost $100,000. Maybe $120,000. Nope. In China, the AVATR 12 starts around 41,000 USD. 41,000. That is the price of a decently spec'd Ford Explorer. We are getting scammed, America. We are absolutely getting played. So, the question is, would you be brave enough to drive a car with no rear window if it looked this good? Or does that freak you out? But listen, hold on to your seats, because while the AVATR 12 is cool, car number 2 is about to break the internet. It has a suspension system that can literally shake snow off the car like a dog. I'm not making this up. You have to see it to believe it. Number 2. NIO ET9. Okay, stop what you're doing. Remember how I said these cars were advanced? Well, car number 2 just walked into the room and slapped every other luxury sedan in the face. This is the NIO ET9, and it has a feature that sounds like a lie. If you park this car in a snowstorm, you don't scrape the ice off. You press a button, and the car shakes it off. Literally. The entire chassis vibrates and wiggles side to side like a wet dog, shaking the snow off the windshield and roof. It's called the Skyride Active Suspension, and when I first saw it, I thought it was CGI. It's not, it's real, and it makes your air suspension look like a horse carriage. Let's talk looks. They call this design the land jet silhouette, and it fits. It's not quite a sedan and not quite an SUV. It's a high-riding, fastback fortress. The front is terrifyingly clean, with those signature double-dash daytime running lights that look like warrior paint. You'll notice the pods on the roof and fenders. Those are 3 separate LiDAR units. Most cars have 1, this thing has 3. It looks like it's constantly scanning for enemies. The wheels are massive 23-inch forged alloys with floating sensor caps like a Rolls-Royce, so the NIO logo always stays upright while you're doing 100 miles per hour. From the side, the ET9 is absolutely massive. It's over 5.3 meters long, longer than a Mercedes S-Class, but it hides its size with sleek, active aerodynamics. The door handles are invisible until you approach, and the windows are flush with the pillars. But the real magic is the stance. Because of that hydraulic suspension, it stays perfectly flat. You could drive this over a speed bump with a tower of champagne glasses on the hood and not a single drop would spill. They actually tested this. It defies physics. It floats over the road like a hovercraft. Around the back, it's pure theater. The active spoiler deploys automatically to keep you planted, and the taillight bar is a single sharp line of crimson that cuts through the dark. It has a presence that says, "I own the road," but in a quiet, menacing way. It's not shouting for attention, it's demanding respect. Now, let's talk power, because the numbers are stupid. The ET9 runs on China's first full-domain 900-volt architecture. Not 400, not 800, 900. It supports 5C charging, which means you can add over 155 miles of range in just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It peaks at 600 kW charging speeds. For context, a Tesla Supercharger V3 peaks at 250 kW. This car charges so fast it practically inhales electricity. Power comes from dual motors pushing 697 horsepower, launching this land yacht from 0 to 60 in around 4 seconds. It's heavy, but it moves like a sprinter. Safety? It's arguably the safest place on Earth. The Aquila 2.0 sensor suite uses 31 different sensors, including those 3 ultra-long-range LiDARs I mentioned. It can see obstacles in pitch-black darkness from hundreds of meters away. It has 4D millimeter wave radar that can detect objects through bad weather. If the apocalypse happens, I want to be in this car. But the interior, bro, the interior is not a car cabin. It's a private jet. It's a strict 4-seater, meaning the back isn't a bench. It's 2 first-class airline suites. They call the center console the executive bridge, and it runs the entire length of the car. It has a motorized tray table that folds out for your laptop, a fridge that fits a bottle of champagne, and seats that recline 45 degrees. You get a Sky Island roof design that splits the glass sunroof with a strip of ambient lighting. The rear passengers have their own screens, their own climate zones, and massage functions that probably feel better than human hands. Is it practical? Only if you're a CEO. This isn't for hauling plywood, it's for hauling power players. The trunk is decent, but the focus here is human cargo. If you have kids, they're gonna be spoiled rotten. If you have clients, they're gonna sign the deal before you even start the car. And the price? You're looking at a car that competes with a $200,000 Mercedes Maybach, but in China, the NIO ET9 starts around $112,000 USD. It's expensive, yes, but for a car that can shake off snow, charge in 5 minutes, and drive itself, it's a steal. So here's the question. Would you buy this over a Mercedes S-Class just to show off the snow shake trick? Because I definitely would. But listen carefully, we have reached the end of the line. Car number 1 is the final boss. It's the Maextro S800. It's not just a car, it's being called the Rolls-Royce of China, and the interior materials are so rare they sound made up. You are not prepared for the sheer level of flex coming up next. Number 1, Maextro S800. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it, the final boss. If the other cars on this list were a slap in the face to American luxury, the Maextro S800 is a knockout punch. This car is explicitly designed to kill the Rolls-Royce Ghost and the Mercedes Maybach, but it does something they don't. It offers a starry sky ceiling, yes, the one with thousands of fiber optic lights, except this one is animated with meteor showers. On a Rolls-Royce, that headliner is a $20,000 option. On this car, it's just Tuesday. This is the Maextro S800, and it is arguably the most disrespectful car to ever exist because it offers million-dollar luxury for a fraction of the price. Look at the front, it's massive. They call the design Star Horizon, and the headlights aren't just plastic lenses, they are cut from automotive-grade crystal. They sparkle even when they're off. The grille is this imposing closed-off shield that looks like it belongs on a bank vault. And the paint? It comes in a factory two-tone finish, purple and silver or black and gold, that screams I own the company. It has the presence of a mountain. It's over 5.4 meters long. That is longer than a Cadillac Escalade. Let that sink in. This sedan is longer than our biggest SUVs. From the side, it's pure arrogance. The wheels are these gigantic 21-inch pie plate alloys that are polished to a mirror finish, a direct shot at Maybach. The handles? There aren't any. You don't pull a handle, you press a button, or better yet, the car sees you coming and powers the door open for you. The profile is a fastback, so despite being the size of a yacht, it looks aerodynamic. The chrome trim is thick, the pillars are wide, and the privacy glass is so dark it looks like a black hole. It floats down the road with a level of smoothness that makes a Lincoln Town car feel like a go-kart. The rear is just as intimidating. The taillights use thousands of micro LEDs to create a galaxy effect that ripples when you unlock the car. The trunk lid is high and proud, and the rear bumper is clean. No fake exhaust tips here, just pure electric elegance. It occupies a lane in a way that forces other drivers to move over. It demands right of way just by existing. Under the hood, well, chassis, it's terrifyingly fast for something this big. You can get a tri-motor setup that pushes 852 horsepower. This limousine hits 60 miles per hour in roughly 4.3 seconds. Imagine a building moving that fast. It sits on the tooling platform with an 800-volt architecture, meaning it charges at 6C speeds. That translates to adding 1 kilometer of range every single second you are plugged in. The range? Up to 830 miles if you get the extended range version. You could drive from New York to Chicago on 1 tank or charge. It's absurd. Safety is handled by Huawei's latest ADS system. It has LiDAR, radar, and cameras that scan 360 degrees. But the coolest trick? Rear-wheel steering that turns up to 16 degrees. This massive car can crab walk sideways into a parking spot or make a U-turn tighter than a Honda Civic. It defies physics. But the interior? Bro, I am actually angry looking at this. It's not a car, it's a private jet fuselage. The materials are real silk, open-pore wood that matches across the entire cabin, and crystal buttons. The sound system has 43 speakers, 43, with 2,900 watts of power. It's louder and clearer than an IMAX theater. The rear seats are zero-gravity thrones that recline completely flat. You have a fridge, heated and cooled cup holders, and, get this, a 40-inch projector screen that rises up to separate you from the driver. You can watch a movie in complete privacy while the driver deals with traffic. Practicality? It's a limo. The trunk is huge, lined with tufted carpet that's nicer than the rug in my house. You don't put groceries in here, you put Louis Vuitton bags. It's practical in the sense that you could live in it comfortably. Now, the price. A Rolls-Royce Ghost starts at $350,000. A Maybach is $200,000. The Maextro S800 with the crystal lights, the 43 speakers, and the 850 horsepower, it starts around $98,000 to $140,000 USD depending on the spec. It offers 99% of the Rolls-Royce experience for 25% of the price. America, we are officially losing. This is luxury at a price point that feels illegal. So, the final question of the video, would you buy the brand name Rolls-Royce for $400,000, or would you buy this Maextro for $100,000 and keep the other $300,000 in your pocket? I think we all know the smart answer. Alright, that was the top 5 Chinese cars that just made me question everything I thought I knew about automotive luxury. From the snow-shaking NIO ET9 to the 43-speaker cinema that is the Maextro S800, I am genuinely shaken. I need to know where you stand. Which one of these would you actually take home? Drop your pick in the comments. I'm seriously curious if anyone is brave enough to pick the one with no rear window. Smash that like button if your jaw dropped even once during this video. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next insane reveal, and ring that bell because next time we're checking out Chinese SUVs that make the Range Rover look like a toy. Bro, I'm gonna go sit in my car and cry about my plastic buttons. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.